Hello everybody, welcome to Toba High School. On today's beautiful session, we're going to learn about photosynthesis, and everyone should get used to this concept because, photosynthesis is next to us, around you, so you should know it very well. So what happens is that inside plant we've got what is called water and carbon dioxide. So what happens is that when light or sunlight energy strikes the leaves of plants, what happens is that it strikes the water and carbon dioxide inside it present, forming a product of organic molecule commonly known as the glucose, and there is also a byproduct, or we call it a waste product, which is the oxygen. If you are to write chemically the equation, there is carbon dioxide reacting with water, and there is a presence of light, sunlight energy, as well as chlorophyll, which brings about the product of glucose and a byproduct of oxygen. So don't forget about balancing the molecules here. So that is it. Now at the same time, in photosynthesis, you need to understand the light dependent reactions and the light independent reactions. What really are these two things? Now let's venture inside to understand the best deeper part of this thing. Now when we are to talk about the light dependent reactions, there are normally two things you need to just understand. One, light hitting the photosynthetic pigment. Two, light hitting the water and its products that is done. Now let's start with the first one, that is light hitting the photosynthetic pigment, for example the chlorophyll. What happens is that there will be a production of energy, and this energy is going to be used in the manufacture of ATP and hydrogen. Are we together? And it is this hydrogen that has been provided. It is going to influence a carrier to carry it, and the carrier will be reduced. I'm not going to use a hard biology word here, we're still introducing. So it is a hydrogen that has been provided present in the photosynthetic heating of the sunlight energy, that it influences a carrier to come and carry it, and that carrier becomes reduced carrier. As you have seen in my summary, I say the carrier carries hydrogen into the light independent reaction. So this hydrogen will be carried into the next reaction, and the ATP as well as another the second product produced will also be used, but I will show for you how. We saw in light dependent reaction. Then the second thing that the sun heats, that is the water absorbs the sunlight energy, and there will become a process which is known as the photolysis of water. In the photolysis of water, the sunlight energy hits the water and splits into hydrogen ions, electrons, and oxygen. Are we together? So that is it. And then let's talk about the next process, that is the light independent reactions, guys. So interesting and beautiful. So what happens is that carbon dioxide being present in plants, we are aiming at forming glucose. Are we together? And in the glucose we have carbon to carbon bonds and the carbon to hydrogen bond. That is our main aim. Now how are we going to form it without the presence of light, guys? That is the confusing part that everyone should now understand. Now the carbon to carbon bond is going to be formed by the help of the ATP that has been produced here. Are we together? The ATP produced from here, it's going to be used in the carbon to carbon bonding. Are we together? Of this carbon dioxide. Then the carbon to hydrogen bond is going to be used by the carried hydrogen by the reduced carrier. Are we together, guys? Now the reduced carrier contains the hydrogen. It binds with the carbon which is present to form the carbon hydrogen bond. Hence we're going to form a glucose molecule, and that is the light independent reaction and light dependent reaction. Guys, if you like my video, subscribe to it, give me some comments and appreciate, so that we can move on with this beautiful biology of ours. Salam.